be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Wednesday, September 15th, 2021. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're back and better than ever with another brand new edition of the world famous Recap Wednesday. And we're kicking things off today with a recap of one of our favorite events of the year, the Rising Phoenix Pro, where we're starting our coverage with women's bodybuilding and the huge win by reigning and defending Olympia champ Andrea Shaw, who looked absolutely untouchable here, on her way to winning $50,000 in cash and a brand new Corvette. In fitness, the top honors went to Darian Borello. It's nice to see her back in the winner's circle. In figure, Nicole Zenobia-Graham came out of hibernation and absolutely crushed it, looking for her to be a top 3 contender in a few weeks at the Olympia. The number 1 spot in bikini went to Italy's Francesco Stoico, who has quietly put together a really nice season. Melissa Teague looked so good in her women's physique win here that there's actually some buzz floating around about her being a potential top 5 Olympian this year, so watch out for her. And we're wrapping up our coverage here with wellness, where Renee Harsheet looked impressive on the way to collecting her first win of the season. The only other event on the schedule last weekend was the Powerhouse Classic, which was a bikini-only affair out in Michigan. And the big headline here is former Olympia runner-up Lorelai Chapados collecting her second win of the season and looking very good in the process. Brazil's Lucia Malavasi looked great as she slid into the runner-up spot, which bumped Rajuna Harley down to third. Vinaya Augusti continued her strong season with a 4th place finish. And wrapping things up here in the 5th place was Lauren Adams, who secured the best placing of her career. With the Arnold Classic being only a few weeks away now, you can almost feel the excitement starting to build as we head into what essentially amounts to the bodybuilding playoffs. And if you were going to pick someone who could come out of the wild card to potentially upset a higher seed in classic physique, Peter Molnar might be the guy. A few days ago, he released his first official update of the season, which gave his fans their first insights into what he's been working on for the last few months. Peter came into the IFBB with such a splash when he won his pro card and pro debut on the same night. But other than that, we still don't have any real sense of what he looks like next to some of the other big names in the division. That being said, if he shows that he has the ability to hang in there and trade shots at the Arnold, I think it does create a scenario where we could see him put himself into the top 6 conversation at the Olympia 2 weeks later. Even though I'm not usually in the business of giving out gambling advice, I will say this. There are certain people you don't want to bet against in every sport. And in bodybuilding, for me, Nathan Asha is one of those people. Not only is Nathan one of the most talented guys we have in the open division, but he also has a huge chip on his shoulder thanks to everything he's gone through over the last 18 months. We saw a crazy update from Nathan and his team last week that drove home the fact that he's pouring everything he has into doing his absolute best at the Arnold UK and the Olympia, which is a scary thought considering how good he was when he won the Portugal Pro a few weeks back. A pissed off Nathan Asha is a force to be reckoned with, and when he's dialed in like this, you don't want to be the one betting against him. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.